Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Dirt Slingers Racing League Wednesday Night Warrior Series. Lernerville, the scene of the crime tonight. 26 modified cars ready to do battle here. Week number 10 of 12. Points down to around 46, separating first and second. John Batista, your current points leader, in the server tonight, along with his nemesis in the 44 machine. You see him going into turn 3 right there. Tyler Schell. We're watching the 70 car of Will Gatsky right now. Tyler Schell right here in the 44 machine. These guys going to get out here. 3 heat races on tap for you. B main and a 20 car, 35 lap feature. Drivers kind of winding up the practice session. We are going to get ready to run through our opening ceremonies before these guys get ready, as they do not qualify and they random draw for their heats. So we'll get things kicked off here with opening ceremonies and get right to our racing.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, big thank you to Mr. and Mr. Foley. As usual, big supporters of the Dirt Racing Network and Dirt Slingers Racing League. Drivers clearing the track. Heat races about to be drawn for. We'll have 3 on tap for you tonight. Looks like we are going to have 9 cars in our first heat race. We will get down here and get into our starting lineup. On the pole for heat race number 1, the Mozilla Valley Transport Wicked Cushion Kinzer Sim Racing Team number 8 from Waverly, Nebraska, Cole Newhoffen. And on the outside of him, the go to SrinkCroy.com, number 17 from Naugatuck, Connecticut, Christopher Monroe. Row 2 on the inside, the Casey's General Store number 4 from Des Moines, Iowa, Jason Randolph. And on his outside, newcomer to the series, Keenan Batters in the 020. Row 3 on the inside, the Epic Media, Spotter Wilkes, American Dirt Motorsports, number 24 from Dubuque, Iowa, Sean Timmerman. On the outside of him, newcomer to the series, 71 car of Stephen Gilbert. Row 4 on the inside, James Bond himself, the 007 of Jacob Fields. And on the outside of him, from Owasso, Oklahoma, the 13 car is going to be Cody Kelly. And on the back row, by himself, from Junction City, Kansas, in the Shake and Bake Racing, number 1, Jacob Schmutz. So 8 laps for each heat race. Top 4 will transfer directly to our feature race. Everybody else will work their way into and out of our B main, and we will take 8 cars from that B main, put these guys out here for 35 laps. This has been some of the best racing on the service this entire season. The previous 9 weeks, we expect exactly the same. These guys have had a ton, and by a ton, I mean probably 20 or 30 practice races here. They have done a fantastic job in the practice races. This is going to be an exciting night. No outer fence for these guys. The first time all season where a mistake of overcooking the corner will really cost you, because you can leave the racing surface without hitting anything. But we will see how it goes. They'll get us going right in the middle of turns 3 and 4 right here. Cole Newhofen ready to jump on the throttle. He does so, and the green flag falls. We are underway for heat race number 1. Newhofen quickly to the front, but here comes Jason Randolph around to the inside. Little contact. We see Jacob Fields and Sean Timmerman making contact back there. But it is Randolph into second. Monroe back to third. Keenan Batters, the 020 car, sitting in that 4th and final transfer spot. But a couple of hungry hounds behind him make it 3 of them. Timmerman, Gilbert, and Fields. Mistake there, out of 2 for Batters. That's going to cost him a spot. Timmerman's going to slip by on the bottom. Move Timmerman into the 4th spot. Now a big battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Pretty much a single file line right now, 1st through 4th. Jacob Fields across the top had to back the 007 machine down, keeps it on the surface. Loses about 4 car lengths right there. He's going to hang on to 7th right in front of Jacob Schmutz. Battle for 5th, very intense right here. Batters and Gilbert wheel to wheel. That time Batters had to give it up. Gilbert has the spot. Still Newhofen out in front. He's running the top side. Everybody else down on the bottom. Randolph hanging on to 2nd. Monroe into the 3rd spot, and Sean Timmerman, that 24 car, your final direct transfer. 3 laps to go this time by Newhofen off the top side past the starter stand. Take a look at Jacob Fields working his way back in here up to the 5th position and coming forward quickly. Here's a battle, Timmerman and Monroe. That's for 3rd. That's going to allow Fields to get in on the action. We'll see who holds that last 2 transfer spots when the checkered flag falls in about a lap and a half. Almost 3 wide down the backstretch. Monroe gets a bump from Fields. Newhofen gets to the white flag first, then Randolph, then Timmerman, then Fields, and Fields has got a big run on the top side. Monroe clips the fronts down the front stretch. There's your battle. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It looks like Newhofen is going to easily cruise to the Heat 1 win. Here comes Randolph, then Timmerman, then Fields. That's your top 4. Gilbert, Monroe, Schmutz, Batters, and Kelly will battle it out in the B main for one of the 8 remaining spots. Heat race number 2. In the chute right now, getting ready to roll out. On the pole, the 25 car of Cole Boso. On the outside of him, the Dirt Co Media House number 6 of Cody Olson. Row 2 on the inside, Logan Andrews, newcomer to the series. He's in the 05 car, and on the outside of him, the Tim Sims BMSR Black Diamond Motorsports number 42 of Mason Hannigan from Pittsboro, Indiana. Row 3 on the inside, the Other Wall Photography at number 72 from Milford, Ohio, Jeff Stewart. And on the outside of him, the Ultimate Dirt TV, Black Diamond Motorsports number 54 from Ellenton, Florida. He's your points leader in the series, John Batista. 4th row on the inside, newcomer to the series, the 11 car of Shane Yates. And on the outside of him, the Force and Way guy, 55 Lowers UDSRA number 73 from St. Louis, Missouri, Larry Moody. Filling in the back row all by himself, the Vendetta Sim Sports number 23 from Chanute, Kansas, Bryce Weldon. Hey, there's Mr. Nichols. And yeah, Derek Layton, thank you for watching on Racecast. Guys, if you have a smartphone, go to your app store, Racecast, look it up, download it. There is a lot going on in there. You can see live broadcasts from different streamers in iRacing. There's a couple of flea markets going on in there. There is a whole lot of information and a whole lot of great groups going on in that app. It's kind of new, so it's still growing. A lot of potential for it. Go grab it. It's free to download. Check it out. You can definitely catch the Dirt Racing Network every time we go live here via that app. Mr. Derek Layton helping us out with that. All right, guys. Heat 2. Boso, Olson. On our front row, 8 more laps, 4 more cars directly to our feature race.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out, and we are racing. Great start for the entire field, side by side, all the way back through turn 1, 3, and 4 wide. Boso on the bottom is going to keep the lead. Olson, then Hannigan. Now John Batista trying to work his way into one of the direct transfer spots. Wants to find his way into the feature without having to worry about a B-main. He's got plenty of company. The 20 car down on the bottom. Looks like a Logan Andrews right there. He's making a challenge for 4th position. Hannigan, Andrews, Batista, 3 wide out of 4. Great battle for a transfer spot right here. That's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 2 of them are going to get in. Oh, Hannigan and Andrews made a little bit of contact right there. Hate to see contact, but we'll watch him coming into turn 2 right here. Ooh, looks like maybe Andrews got the car just a little sideways, and Hannigan gave him a little love tap on that left rear. So we will see how race control handles it. I think they're going to send the 42 car to the back because you're always supposed to protect the car in front of a used bumper. And I don't think that was accomplished here. We'll look at the running order. Boso, Olson, Andrews, Hannigan. Hannigan to the back now, so it'll be Batista up there. Then Yates, Moody, Stewart, and Hannigan in behind that. This thing captured the lap when the caution fell, and I have to manually adjust that myself, but that is your order. Boso up front, Olson is second. You see Andrews in the 20 car third, and John Batista, your current points leader into the series, sitting in the 4th and final transfer spot. Quick car behind him. Newcomer to the series. I cover him on Tuesday nights over with Sim 500 guys. That is Shane Yates. And I know he's always quick everywhere he goes. So, pretty good lineup in heat race number 2 tonight. They're going to have 5 laps to settle it. Going to get a 2x2 restart. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, guys. Great crowd in here. Say hi on the chat. Doesn't matter where you're at. Twitch, YouTube, any of the Facebook channels. I can see you in the chat. If you're on Twitch and YouTube, subscribe to the channel. If you're on Facebook, come by the Dirt Racing Network here on Facebook and like, share, and follow the page. Green flag back in the air. Cars racing once again. Interesting start from the front of the field there. Boso is going to hang on to the lead. Olson through the middle. May have a challenge for second here if he doesn't get drive out of the corner. Doesn't look like he will. Andrews able to drive the 20 car cleanly alongside. Now puts the nose ahead at the line. 4 laps to go, halfway home. Heat race number 2, great battle. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. You can see Andrews on the bottom. Olson in the middle. Here comes John Batista on the top. Shane Yates right behind that. Little contact. 20 and the 6 car. That's going to give Olson the advantage right there. But John Batista riding the cushion on the high side, and he is going to fly past these guys with all the grip and momentum that is coming out of that cushion. Move the 54 car into position number 2 right here. Olson still battling hard onto the bottom for 3rd, but John Batista now has 2nd away from him. Olson trying to hold off Andrews, now trying to hold off Bryce Weldon. Weldon got the car down inside. He lost a spot right there as he tapped Logan Andrews on the left rear corner and got the car out of shape. White flag in the air. 1 more lap in heat race number 2. Boso keeping the 25 car locked on the bottom. Batista goes off the top side. That may end up hurting him when we come to the finish here. What's he going to do off the top side? Boso will win it. Olson 2nd. Andrews is going to be 3rd. Who's it going to be for the transfer spot? Batista by a nose. And he does not give up his direct transfer spot. That could have been disastrous for your points leader, but he recovers. Keeps the spot. Yates, Weldon, Stewart, Moody, and Hannigan will be in the B main. All right, heat 3. In the chute, ready to roll out on the pole. 17 car of Buddy Warren on his outside. The GB Restoration and Repair, number 777 from East Troy, Wisconsin, Gary Budzine. Row 2 on the inside, 61 car, Sturgis Streeter, and on the outside of him, the Ultimate Dirt TV, 19 Designs, Tim Sims, Black Diamond Motorsports, number 36 from Sellersburg, Indiana, the Lawnmower Man, Nathan Davis. Row 3 on the inside, Jeff Fitzpatrick in the 90 car, and on the outside of him, the Jones Rockin' Dirt, Band of Brothers Racing, number 70 from Abilene, Kansas, Will Gatsky. The 4th row on the inside, second in the points by about 46 right now. The Fairway Mortgages, BS Air, Ketz Fence Apparel, Evels Up Simsport, number 44 from Millersburg, Pennsylvania, Tyler Shell, and on his outside, another Owasso, Oklahoma driver, the 99 car, Kobe Cooper. Eight more laps. 4 more cars locked into the A. We're 8 deep now. This will make 12 when we finish. We'll get ready to roll into our B main. We'll take 8 cars from that B main and put them into our feature tonight. Field full of new faces to the series. See what all these guys have for some of the regulars and some of the veterans in here. And the green flag is in the air. All right, looks like Ware is going to be able to easily jump in front. Sturgis Streeter, 61 car, was able to work off the bottom side and take second. Now the battle for third and fourth. The Lawnmower Man jumps ahead. Davis in the 36 takes over third. Gary Budsey in the 777 car sitting in the 4th spot. Now moving back to 5th. Tyler Shell railed it around the inside, found a ton of grip, and moved that 44 car into 4th. Now he goes around Davis for 3rd. So Nathan Davis, the 36 car on lap 2, went from being 3rd to 4th and sitting on the bubble, and he's got a bunch of company right now on the inside, the 99 car of Colby Cooper. Cooper trying to work the bottom, got the car out of shape. He's going to have to regroup and attack again. Still Streeter out in front of Ware. Then Shell. Davis is 4th. The Davis, that seafoam green-blue car right there, the 36 machine, is sitting in your final direct transfer spot. Great battle behind Gatsky and Fitzpatrick. A little bit of contact down into 1. Here comes Will Gatsky. New paint on the 70 machine. That's been black all season tonight. The first time we've seen any real color on Gatsky's machine, and he's trying to come forward. He's got himself up to 6th. He's trying to chase down that battle for 4th and 5th. Cooper and Davis side by side, and while they're racing side by side, it's slowing them up enough. Gatsky's making a run at them. Streeter still in front. He's keeping the 61 car locked in on the bottom. 2.5 laps to go. Tyler Shell still second. Buddy Ware hanging on by a thread to 3rd, but he's got 2 behind him that would like to move him back and get him out of there. 2 to go this time by. Still watching the battle. 3rd, 4th, and 5th on your screen. 2 of them get to go. 1 of them's got to go B main fishing. The white flag is in the air for Sturgis Streeter out in front. Streeter, an NCRA guy. If you watch the NCRA races that we hosted back during the COVID shutdown, he was one of the regulars in there, and he's going to pick up a heat race win in his first appearance into the Wednesday Warrior Series. He's going to the feature. He took Shell Ware and Colby Cooper with him. Davis, Gatsky, Fitzpatrick, and Budzine will be in the B main that will be lining up next. And a big B main it's going to be. 14 cars scheduled to be in this one. 8 will remain when it ends. Gilbert on the pole, Yates to his outside. Davis inside row number 2 with Christopher Monroe on the outside of him. Row 3 inside, Bryce Weldon. Outside, Will Gatsky. The 4th row on the inside, Keenan Batters. Jeffrey Stewart to the outside of him. The 5th row will be Jeff Fitzpatrick with Jacob Schmutz on his outside. In row number 6 will be Larry Moody inside, Gary Budzine outside. And the back row will be Cody Kelly and Mason Hannigan. Boss O! Well, we'll try to remember that. Why don't you spell it right? I'm just saying. I'm kidding, Cole. I'm kidding. Got a kid with the guys. Keep things a little light. It's a lot of fun. These guys put on a hell of a show every single week. Very happy that this series has started for the Dirt Slingers. This has been some of the best racing over the last 9 weeks, like I said at the beginning of the show. And we expect nothing less from these guys each and every week, and they just keep getting better and better. So 14 deep in our B main. Gilbert and Yates on the front row. Bunch of new guys. Some of them in here, some of them transferred through. We'll wait for that green flag coming out of turn 4. Getting down to it. The 8 cars that remain at the end of this will be in the B main. Everybody else will be done for the night. We'll be ready for our feature. The green flag is in the air. B main is underway. 12 laps to decide who is going to run the 35 lap A main tonight. And out of turn 2 on the top side, the 11 car Shane Yates had the lead for a split second, but the 71 of Gilbert took it right back. 3 and 4 wide back in the field. A little bit of door banging, a whole lot of paint trading going on. Cars this way, that way, everybody keeping them facing forward. It is a hornet's nest from about third on back. Monroe, the 17 car, in third. Bryce Weldon in fourth. Nathan Davis. And then Will Gatsky, your top 6. Jacob Schmutz in seventh. And Keenan Batters came out of that mess at the back with the 8 spot. And he's putting pressure on Smuts right now. Through 1 and 2, he takes the spot at least temporarily. Schmutz got a good drive on the crossover, and he's going to take the spot back going into 3 and 4. This is 7th and 8th we're watching right here. The 1 car of Jacob Schmutz on the inside. The 020 of Keenan Batters up on the top. Larry Mooney, Jeff Fitzpatrick right in behind that. That's 9th and 10th. Those are the first 2 cars on the outside looking in as that battle for 7th and 8th looks to be settled, at least for the time being. We'll move forward just a little bit. 36 car of Nathan Davis right up against the fence, finding the berm, getting the car a little wonky as he headed into 1, but he's able to keep 5th away from Gatsky. Gilbert hanging on to the lead out front, started to get away from Yates just a little bit, still second. Bryce Weldon still third, as I said. Chris Monroe still in the 4th spot, and here comes Davis with a slider. Does he have the spot down the backstretch? No, gives it right back. Had to check the car up and keep it on the racing surface. And that gave the spot back to the 17. But these two, good battle right here. This is 4th and 5th. As we are 7 laps into this thing. We're coming to the 5 to go mark. Great racing. Here you see Gatsky in the 70 getting the car in underneath Monroe, keeping it off of him. Davis has 4th, now Monroe 5th. Gatsky 6th, Schmutz is 7th, and Keenan Batters in a battle for 8th. With the 73 of Larry Moody. Watch the battle with 4 to go for the final transfer spot into tonight's feature race. Batters going to hang on to it out of 2 down the backstretch, but Moody got a good drive, tried to take the car deep into 3, jammed on the brakes, and stuck it to the bottom. Now Moody at the line had the spot. Larry Moody has the spot. There's Batters, flashes back in. 2 to go this time for Stephen Gilbert. Top 7 still the same currently. This is the battle for the 8th and final transfer spot. Batters found the outside wall down the front stretch. That opens it up for Moody through 1 and 2. Can he get the 73 car driven down the back stretch and keep the spot? White flag for Stephen Gilbert. Shane Yates, Bryce Weldon, Nathan Davis, Chris Monroe, Will Gatsky, and Jacob Schmutz. Watching the battle for the 8th and final transfer spot. Is it Moody's to keep? Gilbert's going to win it. Yates is 2nd, Weldon 3rd, Davis 4th, Monroe 5th, Schmutz, and then Gatsky. And then Larry Moody takes the final transfer spot. So your 20-car field is set. Great race. Batters, Hannigan, Fitzpatrick, Budzine, Kelly, and Stewart on the outside looking in tonight as our 20 cars are set for 35 laps. Short warm-up session. All those guys that do that, we want you to watch this. been notified that they are going to advance us up. Get ready to put this feature down on the track. 20 cars, 35 laps. Great B main. If this feature is anything like that B main, this is going to be an awesome race here tonight. On the pole, the 8 car of New Hoffman on his outside, the 25 of Cole Bosso. Bosso. Let me get that right. Bosso. Row 2 on the inside, Sturgis Streeter. On his outside, be Jason Randolph. The 3rd row inside, Cody Olson. The outside, Tyler Schell. Sean Timmerman will start inside row 4 with Logan Andrews on his outside. The 5th row, Colby Cooper inside, Jacob Fields outside. John Batista will start inside of row number 6 with Buddy Ware on his outside. Stephen Gilbert inside row 7 with Shane Yates on the outside of that row. Row 8 inside, Bryce Wilson. Outside, Nathan Davis. Christopher Monroe inside row 9 with Jacob Schmutz on his outside. And on the back row on the inside, Will Gatsky. And to the outside, the 73 car of Larry Moody. Only car not gridding at the moment going to be the 61 of Sturgis Streeter, just waiting for him to get on the grid so these guys can roll out. And he may not have made it to the grid. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, connection issue. Well, if he makes it back in, they will try to wave him around, give him his laps back the best that they can. .35 laps on tap. These guys are ready to do battle. They have done a great job all season long. The racing has not disappointed 1 second. Expect to see a fantastic racing once again tonight. First time for these guys here at Lernerville. They have had plenty of practice races since last Thursday night when the setup for them was posted. The league has hosted several. Some of the drivers have hosted a few. And each and every time it has been a great racing. But we are ready to get to green. All right, here out of turn 4. New Hoffman. Basso. Out of turn 4.
Green.
Green flag in the air. Bosso trying to get a little bit of a jump. That is going to cost him a couple, 3, 4, 5 spots, it looks like, as he is going to fall way back into about 6th, maybe 7th or 8th now as he's 3 wide out of turn 2. Newhoffen has the lead. Olsen second, Timmerman, Randolph. Then Shell in behind that. Shell trapped in the middle between cars. Trying to get to the front. Watching for the 54 car. There he is up alongside, making it 3 wide. Now surges in front of the 44 car of Tyler Schell and up inside the 24 car of Sean Timmerman. Batista trying to run the bottom. Everybody else pretty much in the middle, in front of him and beside him. As Batista going to settle for 6th. Timmerman is 5th. Schell is 4th. Randolph is 3rd. Olsen 2nd. And Newhoffen out in front. Good battles just about all over the track. You see 3 wide. Weldon on the bottom. Cooper's in the middle. Andrews. The 007 car out there on the top side of Fields. They were 4 wide for just a second. They're trying to sort that out. There goes the 17 car. Buddy Ware across the grass, but he holds on to it. He's going to hang on to 14th position. Great racing deep into this pack right now.
All right, man. Caution.
And caution the 24 car of Sean Timmerman. I see him backwards. Oh, I can't grab Timmerman's car. It's moving around. Give me a second here, and I'll get you a replay, guys. All right, let's go back. He's down on the bottom in 1 and 2. Goes into 3 and 4. Oh, he got the love tap from the 44 car, and around he went in front of company. So we will re-rack the field once we get through it. I will let you guys know exactly where we sit. Newhofen was way out in front of this thing. I think he was 4 or 5 car lengths out in front of Olsen right there. But it is Newhofen, Olsen, Randolph, Fields, Batista, Yates, Andrews, Gilbert, Cooper, and Davis in your top 10. 44 car Tyler Schell moved to the end of the line. He will restart 19th. In here, first caution of the night, 5 laps in, still 30 to go. Newhofen and Olsen this time on the front row. Randolph and Fields in row 2. Batista and Yates in row 3 as the green flag back over the field. Good restart again. Newhofen goes right to the bottom. He's got the lead. Fields way up top. Going to jump out the window right there. He'll bring the car back in on the backstretch. Try to blend into traffic, not be in the way or cause anybody a problem. He gets that thing back up on the track, and it looks like he's at about 11th back here. Battle's going to start heating up for the lead. Newhofen holding off Olsen. Yates running the top side. You see Randolph in the middle and Batista on the high side. Now John Batista up to 4th. Gaggle of cars behind that with Randolph, Andrews, Gilbert, Davis all back here 3 and 4 wide at times. There goes Jacob Fields way up top. He's in the penthouse right now, and he made it work. Passed 2 cars right there. Got around both Cooper and Andrews that time. Now 3 wide in 3 and 4. Davis was on the bottom. Gilbert was in the middle, and Fields went around them both using the momentum line. He's all the way back up to the 6th position. Check on the 44 car of Tyler Schell, still riding around back here in about 19th position in behind Larry Moody. Not sure if something is wrong with that 44 car or not. We'll have to wait and see. We'll check back in on him. 9 down, 26 to go. Newhofen, Yates, and Olsen. Yates got around Olsen while we were away. John Batista still 4th. Jacob Fields up to 5th. Got around Jason Randolph. Randolph 6th. Gilbert is 7th. Davis now on the inside has 8th away from Cooper. He and Cooper very close, heading into 1 right there. Good battle. The 99 on the top, 36 in the middle. This is for 8th and 9th right now. Great racing right here inside your top 10.
All right, man.
Caution.
Caution is out.
Yeah, it might be the 25 of Basso. Let's go back and see. He's back here. Oh, Will Gatsky got a little out of shape, collected the left rear, or the left front into the right rear, and both of those yellow machines come away with a little bit of damage. A 25 car. And the 70. The 70 car probably went in, see if they could fix the front end of that car. They'll probably be able to get him in, get him right back out. We will see what happens with that. But right now, Newhofen, Yates, Olsen, Batista, Fields, Randolph, Gilbert, Cooper, Davis, and Andrews, your top 10. 12 complete, 23 to go. Take a look at where the 44 car in 16th position right now. Has picked up 3 spots since the last time we checked on him. One more time around behind the pace truck. We'll go green out of 4 the next time. 23 laps to go. They will divide them up 2 by 2. Start them double file. Till we get inside 10 to go, and then any restarts will be single file. Be Newhofen and Yates bringing us back to green this time. Newhofen has led every lap, started on the pole, and he has maintained that lead. And he gets a great jump on the restart right there. Olsen now trying to work to the inside of Yates, and we're 3 wide for a second. Batista now goes 3 wide. Yates slid the right rear up off the top of the track, and it checked everybody up just a little bit. Fields got around him. Batista got around him, and so did Randolph. Now Randolph trying to hold up Batista. Batista finds a little bit of problems. Down the front stretch, gets jacked up by the 11 car We'll go take a look at this. I think Batista, coming off a 4, finds that berm a little, and then he gets jacked up, lifted up by the 11. He's going to get run right out of turn number 1. And we'll see what the lineup looks like. Still Newhoffen, Olsen, Fields, Randolph, then Batista, Gilbert, Davis, Cooper, Andrews, and Schmutz right now. Then behind that will be Timmerman, Ware, Shell, Monroe, Basso, Moody, and I think that is it. Mr. Yates is back there, the 11 car of Shane Yates behind Larry Moody. Actually, the 11 car of Shane Yates went into the pits. He is going to come back out, rejoin the field. Had to get the front end of that car, I think, squared away a little bit.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Car stopped in turn 4, but he was trying to re-enter the track. Don't worry about it. John Batista, 54 car off track. He ran in to have him look at the front end of that car. Maybe the rear end of that car, as far up as he got jacked on that deal. So he gives up positions. So ready to go racing. Single file on the restart. Did not get enough laps in that time to justify restarting in double file. So 14 down, 21 to go. Go to single file. If they can complete 5 consecutive laps before we catch another caution, he'll be allowed to go back to a double file restart until we reach the inside 10 laps to go mark. Newhoffen, Olsen, Fields, Randolph, Gilbert, Cooper, Davis, Andrew, Schmutz, and Timmerman, your top 10. The green flag back in the air. Racing underway once again. Take a look to the back. See the 017 car of Buddy Ware in the 11th. Tyler Shell in that 12th position. Now trying to take that spot away. This is going to take a little bit of work on the 44 car's part, as the middle being occupied by that 017 right now. And it is tough to figure out which way to go. You got to be a lot faster to go on the top side. As the grip is in the middle right now, it looks like the 017 able to maintain. Jacob Schmutz makes a nice move to get around Timmerman. Front of the 24 car. Oh, contact with the wall for both of those two. Now here is Andrews. He tapped Davis. Everybody able to keep them facing forward. But it cost Andrews a spot as Schmutz got around on the top side. Move Schmutz up to 8th, back to the front. Cole Newhoffen now getting away from the field. 1.6 seconds, as a matter of fact, over second place Jason Randolph. Stephen Gilbert in 3rd. Cody Olsen still sitting in 4th. Here's Kobe Cooper running in the 5th spot. As Jacob Schmutz now battling for 6th with Nathan Davis. The 44 car of Tyler Shell now back inside the top 10. He is up to 8th. Looking for the 54 car of John Batista. He is back in 15th, back here behind cars side by side. Basso right there, and Yates right in front of him. Got Larry Moody in behind. Take a look back at the front right as we see the slide job from Gilbert. Didn't stick it. And Randolph goes back around. Olsen still 4th, Cooper 5th, Davis 6th, Timmerman to 7th, Schmutz 8th, Shell back to 9th, lost some spots. Wondering if the 44 car slid the right rear off the outside of the track. A little squeeze play there as the 44 squeezes the 1 into the outside fence. Move him up to 8th, Andrews tonight, Schmutz back to 10th. Go back to the battle for 2nd. Gilbert has it away from Randolph now. Olsen's there. Here comes Cooper along the top. Olsen shuts the door on him. Cooper over the top side, drags the car back on, only gives up one spot to Nathan Davis. He's right in front of Sean Timmerman. Getting down to it, Newhoffen, a 3.7 second lead. He's going to come out of turn number 4, 11 laps to go. And Stephen Gilbert at the line for Newhoffen was right in the middle of 3 and 4. A giant gap. That gap continuing to grow, 3.9 seconds now. Randolph still second. Olsen and Davis. Now Olsen with a move on Randolph. He goes into the middle. 06 car. Out of turn 4. Not quite enough momentum to keep it. 10 laps to go. Newhoffen, 3.8 seconds. Lost a tenth that time to Gilbert. Tyler Schell back here up to the 6th spot. Then Cooper, Timmerman, Schmutz, and Yates, your top 10. Looking for the 54 car, John Batista. He is 12th. Following the 11 car, it looks like he's just latched onto the bumper and decided to follow Yates through the field. Back to second. Gilbert now has gotten away from Davis. Davis is into third. Randolph with a great run threads the needle right between cars, between Davis and Olsen. He takes third back. Olsen to fourth. Davis to fifth. Schell still in sixth. Schell down on the bottom. Make him fifth now as he is a nose ahead of Davis. Davis working the top side. Schell working the bottom side. Good battle right here. 3 wide down into turn 1. Randolph, Olsen, and Schell. Schell goes 2 for 1 that time through turns 1 and 2. Picks off both Davis and Olsen. Move him up to fourth. He's looking for third around the bottom on Randolph.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Almost had it. Going to have to give the spots back. I think Colby Cooper maybe jumped the cushion in turns 3 and 4. And he is going to find the outside wall. Not heavily, but heavy enough. Probably a little bit of damage on that 99 car on the right side. We'll see if he hops over and takes it down to have a look into the pits as he does. So going to be 5 to go when we go back to green. Great racing right now. Cole Newhoffen's 3.8 second lead completely erased. He's got Sean Gilbert behind him, then Tyler Schell. Jason Randolph, Nathan Davis, Cody Olsen, Jacob Schmutz, Sean Timmerman, Shane Yates, and John Batista now back inside the top 10. Yeah, Larry, he was able to maintain. Once he got clear of all those cars, he was able to maintain and start to close that down. We'll see what he can do with 5 to go or lined up right behind the 8 car. Yeah, they got to watch. Sitting in third right there, that 44 machine. He is fast every single week. Doesn't matter where they go. And he was making the bottom work. He had the 44 car eating on the bottom for sure. Should have the 1 to go that time. They'll go single file because they're inside 10 to go. The leader will restart the race. Guys will stay single file till they pass that start-finish line. And we'll talk to our top 3 at the end of the night. But right now, a little work left on
Green, green, green.
the evening. The 5 laps that remain in the feature race, and the green flag back in the air. Newhoffen maintaining the lead. Gilbert now in a battle. Here comes Schell off the bottom. The 44 car, Tyler Schell, 2 second. Moves Stephen Gilbert back to third, at least momentarily. Now, great run off the top side, and Gilbert's going to keep the battle going down into 1 and 2. These are your top 3 cars. The 8 car, Cole Newhoffen. In behind him, Tyler Schell and Stephen Gilbert battling for podium spots. 3 to go this time by. Good battle in behind that. Want to stay focused on this one. Davis was battling with Randolph, and Randolph's going to have that spot in 4th going into 1 and 2. But right now, Tyler Schell has asserted himself into 2nd. Stephen Gilbert back to 3rd. Nathan Davis now 4th. Jason Randolph 5th. Schmutz, Timmerman, Olsen, Yates, Wareham, Basso, Monroe, Cooper, and Batista. John Batista not having the night that he wanted here. Needed to maintain. Finishing in front of Tyler Schell. But the white flag in the air for Cole Newhoffen as he heads through turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Tyler Schell in 2nd. Stephen Gilbert in 3rd. But it has been 35 straight laps of the 8 car out in front, and he'll pick up the checkered flag tonight in the feature race at Lernerville. Cole Newhoffen wins at Lernerville in the Wednesday Warrior Series. Tyler Shell second. Stephen Gilbert in third. We will grab our top 3. Once they bring the cars around on the front stretch for us and give us a nice posed park picture, as Cole Newhoffen decides to Dukes a hazard out of turn number 1. We'll wait for him to bring it around and park it with the other 2 guys on the front stretch. And just waiting to see if the 8 car is going to bring it around and give us a good park here. He will do so. And we will get down here. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Good shot of all 3 cars. We will talk to Stephen Gilbert first. Stephen Gilbert, you got a copy. Unmute your mic for me.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, man. Your first night out with the Wednesday Warrior Series at Dirt Slingers. You come home third, man. Tell us about that race.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. I just try to stay calm, and run my race. And I got to third place. Pretty happy about it.
Yeah, these guys pretty famous for being able to run very clean, very hard, and very competitive. Your first night in here, what are your thoughts about how they race?
They raced really good. I was kind of nervous, really, being my first race and all.
Well, you did a fine job. You come home in third. I'm sure you got some thank yous, some shout-outs before we let you go celebrate.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Cody for letting me come out here and race with him. It's kind of a last-minute thing, but I got in here.
Well, fantastic job, man. We appreciate you taking time to talk to us. Hang around for just a little bit afterwards so the admins can chat with you.
All righty, thank you.
Your third place finisher, Stephen Gilbert. Let's get Tyler Shell in here. Tyler, you there, buddy?
Yeah, man.
Well, fantastic run. Had a little bit of an oops early in the race. Relegated you back to 19th early, and you come home second tonight, man. Talk to us about that run through the field there.
Yeah, that was just all my fault. I have to apologize to Sean. It was tough in 3 and 4. People were clipping the back ends of people, and I just clipped his left rear going in. He couldn't do anything, so just like to say sorry to him. But other than that, it's just be patient. When I was impatient, I ended up making mistakes and got behind some stuff and did some stupid moves. But just being patient and give it what it took. Give what it gave me.
Well, you ended up running the bottom a little bit there, and we saw you make a lot of progress. What'd you find down there that it didn't look like anyone else was finding?
I was called a wall ride all the time, so I had to shut somebody up after this race. Not you, that was in the race, but hey, he didn't finish in front of me. So, but yeah, just I've watched many races when this track came out, and the bottom always came in really late, so I just tried it. Give it hell, and it ended up working.
Well, fantastic run. That is definitely going to help you in the points with John Batista struggling tonight. A couple of weeks left in the season. You might be the points leader starting next week.
Hopefully. I've been distance. He's been winning me. Not winning me, but been my strong suit this season. So just top 2, top 3 finishes, and go on to the next week.
All right, man. Who's helping you out each and every week, bringing you home on the podium? You haven't finished outside the top 2 this entire time, so it's been pretty impressive.
I thought tonight was gonna be the night that I didn't finish until I was top 2, but I ended up being able to pull it off. I screwed up at 2 to go and screwed up all my chances of getting to Cole, but all a good race, but I'm just like to thank you for putting it on, you for broadcasting too, and then Elbows Up SimSport and our sponsors, Flow Racing, Anderson Speedway, Motorsports Beach, Jessup Logistics, Paints by Tunigan, Hergot Real Estate, BS Air, Overall Photographs, Catch Fence Apparel, Roof Coat, and Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you in the fast cars tomorrow night, buddy.
Yep, see you.
Tyler Schell, your second place finisher. Well, let's move on to the guy dominated every single lap of this race. Cole Newhoffen, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Well, you absolutely controlled the entire feature, man. You started on the pole. You led all the laps up to a 4-second lead at one time and a caution. You raced that, man. Talk to us about really how easy it was to maintain out in front, because it didn't look like anybody challenged you at all.
To be honest, this is my first time ever racing these cars at this track, and I was just basically trying not to fall off the whole time, but I guess that helped me because I was barely on the throttle, so it kept the tires under me. But yeah, I was just didn't want to get anywhere near the edge until I had to, so once I started doing that slider line, it kind of easy not to fall off. It was just, I don't know, I looked down at a 5-second lead and I was like, whoa, where's Tyler or John or them? But it was fun. I mean, I'm never comfortable in these cars. It's so hard to, like, if you get on throttle too hard, they like plow tight. If you're non-throttle enough, then you're just slow. But it's like a simple balance of driving it through the slick to get that grip on exit. But yeah, it was pretty fun.
Well, the track looked like it was pretty challenging. The bottom was kind of there, then it went away. The middle was kind of there, then it went away. But you kind of stayed consistent running the same line. Just because you were worried about getting off the top that you did that, or because that's where you were finding the most speed?
I mean, I've been struggling finishing races lately. Well, I've been doing good at the beginning of races and falling off at the end. You probably noticed, but I didn't really want to risk changing my line and screwing up. So I saw Tyler was going on the bottom, but I had my line. I was in a rhythm on the top. Didn't really want to try somewhere else and then have to relearn that line again, and screw something up. So I just kind of stuck to the top. I knew he was gaining a little bit, but I didn't think he'd be enough to pass me completely. So yeah, I just stuck to where I was comfortable on the track.
Well, a fantastic run, your first win in the series. Who do you got to give some shout-outs, some thank yous to, and we'll let you celebrate, man.
Just thank Maverick Simulations for, well, not useful for these cars, but for the sprint car stuff, their wing slider that they gave me. I love using on sprint car stuff. But yeah, just want to thank Maverick Simulations, Wicked Cushion, Matthew Henninger, Wicked Energy Gum. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, man. Well, we look forward to seeing you maybe tomorrow night over with the Outlaw guys. Congratulations on the win. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks, and thanks to all the sponsors for the series that put on, and Roger for broadcasting, and the admins for controlling that one guy that was screaming. But yeah, just thanks everybody for tuning in.
All right, man. Tonight's winner, Cole Newhoffen. Let's run through our official results. Newhoffen picks up the win. Schell again in second place. He has not finished outside the top two all season long. Looks like he is almost destined to pick up this championship. Stephen Gilbert in third. Jacob Schmutz in fourth. Colby Cooper was fifth. John Batista recovers all the way to sixth, so that may make it a little bit more challenging, as Batista didn't lose nearly as many spots as I thought he did. He may be able to maintain the lead for another week. Cole Boso in seventh. Christopher Monroe eighth. Shane Yates was ninth. Buddy Ware 10th, 11th, Cody Olson, Jason Randolph 12th, Nathan Davis in 13th, Timmerman finishes 14th, Logan Andrews in 15th, Larry Moody was 16th, 17th to Jacob Fields, 18th to Will Gatsky, Bryce Weldon in 19th, and Sturgis Streeter, who unfortunately fell out right before the start of the race due to connection issues, but had won his heat race, and would have been interesting to see what he did in that feature had he been here. We will probably see him back again next week. What a race. These guys do it again. Put on a fantastic show. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, guys. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, K.R. Stolfus will be right back here on the Dirt Racing Network with you. He will be calling the Dirt Slingers 410 Outlaw Series. Those guys going into week number 10. About 3 races left in that season, racing for over $3,500 in prize money. So tune in for that if you're a sprint car fan, and even if you're not, at least drop by and say hi just for a moment. Let everybody know you're there. For myself, K.R. Stolfus here at the Dirt Racing Network. Guys, we appreciate every minute that you spend with us. Thank you very much. Don't forget your likes, shares, and follows. And until we see you the next time, keep it dirty, everybody.